I'll watch videos online and I'm like, I'm just sobbing and I'm like, my God, I'm on the plane reading books. John Cena's retirement.
Oh, I know.
I bawled like
I know.
a baby. So I was on the plane flying back from Saudi, and so I missed it live. And during my connection, it was Jet from Makeup and Grayson Waller, and he put on his iPad, and I'm sitting on the floor watching it, and I'm just like sobbing.
I know.
I'm sobbing, and I'm just like, man, like what is going on?
I mean, I could theorize, but
It was definitely like my inner child, like,
yeah, but I guess, right? But I mean, I don't know. I just think we get sensitive as we get older, especially when you become a mom. You get like super sensitive to everything.
Yeah.
Hormonally, we're always going through something. You know, we are like from the first time it starts all the way through. By the way, we're always dealing with something. It's just not fair.
I feel like I'm like way softer on this side of my injury than I was before.
Perspective, maybe.
I guess like something in me softened like Play-Doh.
So what? So let's dig there a little bit. Why do you think? Like, how did it make you think differently?
I don't know if it was like the initial devastation of the injury. Like when I tore my shoulder in 2022, I accepted it. It was my first injury. I was like, okay, I'll come back from this. But this injury really like mentally messed with me. I believe everything happens for a reason, and like I know that to be true. But this was like the one time selfishly where I was like, this didn't happen for my greatest good. Like this happened to like fuck me, you know? That's how I really felt. And I struggled with that. Like being someone being someone that believes like everything happens like for a reason. I'm so delusional. Like this happened, even if it seems terrible, I'm gonna come back better on the other side. Like believing in that.
And what a great way to be, by the way.
Thank you. But then suddenly not believing in that.
Yeah, that
I'm
must
like,
have felt terrible.
What the fuck do I believe in? Like what do I have to believe in if I don't believe that everything's gonna be okay at the end of the day? And then Raquel like says something so like nonchalant. She's like, well, sister, I think like when you lose your faith, that's when you're supposed to have the most faith. And I just was like, huh. And then so I feel like when she said that, I kind of was able to like pick myself up a little bit more. I was like feeling so sorry for myself, and I just was so upset and so like disappointed. And she said that, and that kind of like took me out of it a little bit. Like, let me try to have more faith.
Yeah.
And I also think like, you know, just that 5 months by myself, like being in WWE since I was 20 years old and feeling like it be such a prevalent part of my life before then, not being involved, it was hard for me. Because I feel like I don't have like, in my heart, like my relationship with WWE is not like conventional. It's not like my job. It's like, I feel like it raised me and taught me anything good that is me, I feel like is from WWE.
Thank you for saying it was the good stuff.
All the good things. All the good. Anything bad is me. Anything bad is from me, but all the good is from WWE. And so it was hard for me. It was hard for me. And so being 31 and having this like 5 months of isolation where I'm not Liv Morgan, where I've been Liv Morgan the last decade of my life, like 80% of the time, it was an adjustment for sure. And I think all those things were a little bit heavy for me. Like even like, you know, doing shows and going to the hotel, that's like a dip. So having that on a grander scale, all at once, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. And it was a lot for me to wrap my head around and to kind of settle in.
Well, and are you surrounded by people at home? Like, do you have a lot of people?
Yeah, all my family migrated over to Florida.
Okay,
so,
great.
So, like,
okay, so you're not alone.
No, I'm not alone.
You're not alone.
No. All my family's like 15 minutes away.
Okay, great.
So I have tons of support, and tons of friends that I love that were there for me, but it didn't matter what anyone said or really what anyone had to offer me. It was like, no, like I'm devastated.
Yeah.
And I'm heartbroken and I'm upset and I need to sort through this on my own because there's nothing you can do for me that's going to make me feel better. I just
you had to heal in a deeper way.
Yeah. But I think like sitting with myself those 5 months and just being Gianna Daddio and not Liv Morgan, I'm like, man, I'm such a pussy, I guess. I'm like such a sensitive little soft girl. And I'm like still like trying to shake it off a little bit. But I don't know. I think just like being me for this extended period of time shifted a lot of my mindset as well. Like I feel different. I don't feel like I'm the same person that I was 6 months ago.
Well, hopefully we're all always growing,
Yeah.
right? Like that's grow or die,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And to live your fullest life, you've got to be able to do that. And oftentimes it's going through hard stuff. That's what makes us who we are. And it's cool, I think, that you're having this sort of change.
Yeah, I'm still like figuring it out because I feel like I'm still very much in like the transition of it all.
Did it make you think about the future in a different way?
Yes and no. I feel like my biggest like takeaway from it is like I'm so like less interested in me and like so much more interested in like what I can do for others and like do for like the world. You know what I mean? Like, not that I feel like I was like selfish or vain before, but I'm like the biggest thing in my life. I don't have kids or a significant other. It's just like me. And I don't want to be like the most important thing in my world,
Yeah.
And so it just made me think a lot about like what I want to leave in this world and the person that I want to be and like what I want to do for others. I don't know why that makes me emotional.
Because you care. Because you're an awesome, loving soul who's just being very raw and very vulnerable. And that is the best way to be, I think.
Right? I feel like it's good.
Yeah.
I feel like I definitely feel more vulnerable, but I feel like it's like good.
But just
at the same
know
time.
that it's. So here's something that I have learned recently, which is not, it's sort of an aha, right? But the only person you're ever with your whole life is you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of a real thing, right? But it's true. And so that's not a bad thing, that you're finding yourself or that you were the most important thing in your life. Like you should be in a way because it's your life. But I understand what you're saying. You want it to have as much meaning as possible.
Yeah, and just like more of a purpose. I mean, my purpose is not just like me. Like, I love doing things for
But can
my
I just say me? All you're doing is like you're totally giving back to your family. Like you've been giving back all along. So don't feel like you haven't been. You have been.
Yeah.
But you want to do it in a different way, maybe, or in additional ways.
I want to do it on like a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Like, it truly makes me happy. Like
the stray cat.
Yeah. It makes me happy knowing that I've like made a difference. Even like the cliche shit that they say, like holding a door open for someone, smiling at someone.
Yeah.
Like, no, like that matters.
No, it does.
It matters.
I
like,
wholeheartedly
it can totally
agree.
change the direction of someone's day. You know what I mean? Like it matters. And like
you don't know what they've been, what their morning was
everyone
like.
has been through something, and like you'll never, ever know. But like you could tell, like when you hold a door open for someone, and they're just like, oh, you know what I mean? There's something so little that made like such like a difference in their day. Like maybe they want to hold the door open for the fucking next person,
Yeah.
But things like that, but just on like a grander scale. And I don't know what that looks like for me yet, or like what that means for me yet. But I feel like that's where like my head is at. Is like, what can I do for people on like a grander scale? I just want.
What's your why?
Yeah. And so I think I'm like figuring that out, and I think all of that just makes me like such a baby, like so much softer than like typical. I'm just feeling a lot these days.
It's good though. It's all good.
And I think you said you couldn't figure out the second injury, why it happened, or it wasn't part of your everything has a reason, but it's brought out this side of you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe
not only
this is your reason.
Not only did it get you the opportunity to be a part of Cena's farewell,
Iconic.
pretty cool, right?
Iconic. Yes.
But like it's brought out this side of you that you didn't ever maybe have time to realize was there,
or that you couldn't allow to be there
Yeah.
because you had to be so tough to survive,
Yeah.
And now you're in a place where maybe you can let your guard down a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's maybe something you need to do,
Yeah.
to go through it. But just know you're still just as strong. You're still just as tough.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You think
Yeah,
so?
you are.
Yeah.
I know it.
'Cause I feel
Yeah.
like a little bitch.
Yeah, but if something were to happen, you'd step right
I
up.
stiffen right
and
back
it
up.
just comes right back. Yeah, you would have no
I like to
problem.
think so.
Yeah, I know so. I know so.
Thanks.
You're just, you're allowing yourself to put your guard down for a minute.
Yeah.
you know, and that's scary as
so
hell.
vulnerable.
It's very scary.
It's vulnerable.
Yeah. But that's when you feel the most,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, and what a blessing it is to feel regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Such a blessing to be able to feel and resonate with something. And I don't know.
In the next breath, you're on TV, just
Yeah.
scaring the shit out of all of us. So
Yeah.
you still got it.
It's so cool. I love the dichotomy.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
really
awesome.
sitting at home crying, trying to save the world, but like on WWE television, I'm coming to fuck shit up.
So impressive.
So feel free to steal the slap.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because I think after this podcast, you should make it your own.
You just gotta like throw a wink to the
It's been
camera.
like 31 years in the
Krista.
making.
Yes, I've got to see it. I've got to see
It's
it.
dangerous.
Maybe right
Yeah,
now.
I bet.
I whipped it out a couple times and like no one likes it.
Yeah, no, hey, I bet
Yeah,
they
there's
don't.
no way to pull a slap. You know what I mean? You kind of really just got to give it.
Yeah, well, I used to try to pull it.
Yeah.
And then the boys always told me, don't pull that slap. Like,
Yeah.
slap me. It's got to look real. It's got to look like it can hurt.
That's
And I
one
was
of the
like,
things where like you can't fudge it. Like if you're gonna
Yeah.
decide to do it, you have to do
you
it.
have to do it.
Yeah.
You got to lay it in. I did pull.
I feel
when
like you always did it,
slapped my
though.
mom,
You-
though.
Oh,
it's the
you could
worst.
tell.
Iconic.
You said,
You
watch
if you watch, you could
You
tell.
can see. Oh my god! I wanted to.
Can we get that
throw
footage?
up. No, you can. She hits me back. By the way,
But you had said that, and then I've watched it, and you can see it's a little bit
it's
different.
a little different. That
I mean,
like I
it's your
keep
mother.
my
Yeah.
arm in. I don't let it.
I mean,
come
I wouldn't
out,
want to
you
slap
know?
my mother either, to be fair.
Yeah, and it's like just
That
just
lady would go down. I could never.
Yeah, she did. She took a bump. My mom. First bump she's ever taken is from her daughter
And was
slapping
it
her
like
across the face.
it wasn't a planned bump? It was just actual like oh
No, yeah, I didn't know she was going to do that. Although, truthfully, my mom is the true athlete in the family.
Yeah?
Yeah. My mom played boys sports growing up in North Carolina because they didn't have girls sports teams. She played basketball
Tough
and
cookie.
baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you slapped her.
And then I slapped her and she takes this great bump.
She got you back
they're-
though.
Oh, there we go. That was before my boob job.
You're so hot. Yeah, but you still gave it.
I thought they were real.
Yeah.
You're so
They're real
iconic,
enough.
Stephanie. I cannot deal.
Can we get a replay on that?
You're
Look
so
at
iconic
that.
and
Oh
hot.
my God.
face.
No, it's crazy. I'm so young.
No, you're so
I'm so
iconic and
young.
hot. I cannot deal with it.
I can't believe I slapped my mother. That was
I
the
wouldn't be
worst.
able to.
No, it was the worst.
I
I
wouldn't be able
seriously
to.
almost threw up. I'm not even kidding. It made me feel so terrible.
What
But
is-
then she hit me back.
What is
Yeah.
the conversation before in rehearsals like?
Grit your teeth. Yeah,
That's
so
it.
that was Paul's contribution. He comes over, he goes, Linda, whatever you do, make sure you grit your teeth because if your jaw is slack, she could knock you out. And I'm like, I'm not gonna knock my mother
Yeah.
out. And he's like, grit your teeth, Linda.
Sometimes I feel like it's not even the power. It's just like if you get them in that
No,
sweet
yeah,
spot,
if you get
know?
just right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. So her teeth were tight.
Good.
And she has this tiny little face. Oh, I felt so terrible.
It's okay. It's
You're a
iconic.
monster.
This is iconic. We love you for it.
One time I was in between Paul and Shane, and I think I was supposed to slap Shane, but Paul tells me, slap him. Or I should say Hunter. I don't know for everybody. Yeah. So then I slap Shane, and then Shane's pissed, and he's like, what was that? And I'm like, he told me to do it. He's like, he goes, slap him. And I turn around and I slap Paul. And then Paul's like, slap him back. And I turn around and it is this scene. And I am like,
my gosh.
it was
That's
like
amazing.
5 or 6 times.
Also
It
need
was
that
pretty
footage.
funny. It was pretty funny, I have to say. Like one of those fun moments,
Yeah.
right? Where it's just in the moment,
In the
nothing
moment.
was planned.
Those are the best. The in the moment moments.
Yeah.
That turn into magic.
Yeah.
The best. That's where like the magic comes from. It's like
That's
those moments
true.
that aren't planned.
There's real magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And everyone who's there is a part of it. Mm-hmm. You know, and that was like Cena's farewell.
Yeah.
Like everybody who was there, and then they were so mad, but they were a part of it.
Yeah.
You know, of all of those.
I thought it was
moments.
perfect.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was perfect. I really did.
this is now going to make all the wrestling sites.
Yeah.
Perspective.
As a John Cena fan, the
Yes.
number one fan growing
Okay,
up,
so let's hear.
I thought it was perfect. I thought it was perfect.
Tell me why.
Well, I think the element of the crowd wanting so badly for him to break out of that hold. Like if I wasn't crying at John Cena, I was crying at the crowd's belief that he was gonna come out of
Did you
the
hear
hold.
them chant?
Yes.
Never give. Oh, don't give up. Don't give
Yeah, that's
up.
so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
I've never heard them chant that
Never.
before.
And I feel like, you could look at his facial a couple different ways. Was he like smiling because this was the end and he was gracious to let it go? Or, you could be a little bit cheeky, like he fucking gave that to Gunther.
Yeah.
He didn't have to tap. He fucking gave that to Gunther because just time was up. You know what I mean? Like that was it. I feel like there's different ways you can look at it. And in my mind, it's like John Cena didn't tap out because he had to tap out. He tapped out because time is fucking up and it's Gunther's turn. Here you go, bro. Like, not because I really need to tap, but just fucking here you go. In my mind,
Yeah.
And so I just thought it was perfect. I thought it was perfect and I loved it and I cried at it, like I said, on the floor of the airport. I actually have a photo. I didn't know they were taking photos of me.
Can you send the photo?
Yeah, so you can't see me crying, but I'm just like this to the TV. Like,
Wait, can we also appreciate your phone case?
Yeah, that's
For a moment? Yes.
pretty fucking cool.
I love this. Liv, we have to do this phone case and brand it yours.
yeah, I would love to.
You know who to call.
What do we
I
do
feel like
for this?
you know who to call.
Stephanie, I feel like you call all the shots.
No,
Here,
I'm
look,
just saying, well, if they agreed, it would be a great
here's
idea.
me. So you can't see me crying.
I don't know if
'cause
we do
it
phone
was
cases.
just-
Why aren't we doing phone cases?
find
Do we
out
do
right
them?
now.
Do you
we
guys
have some
know?
phone cases. Stephanie, look.
Do we have these though?
Oh, it's on a suitcase too.
So you can't see because it was from behind, but I was in there like swimwear at the TV, like I was 5 years old again, just watching John
It's
Cena.
propped on a suitcase.
It's very
It's
cute.
a real airport moment too.
Yeah, except I was sobbing, and my sleeves were wet.
from like just
It's very cat-like.
And I'm sitting there like, man, either my inner child is yearning or this is just 30s. Like, I don't know which one it is, but I'm going right now.
Oh yeah. It gets better with each decade.
Gosh,
Liv.
I can't. I hope, man. I don't think I can handle being more sensitive than I already am right now.
No, you can. You actually can.